What is happening in Kenya right now is that politicians right across the political divide are using the same old tactics, to further their politics. And this is right across the political divide. It is happening in NASA, with the principals going back to their communities, When things get hard, you go back to your community, and you gain confidence, you gain a new lease of life from your community. Now in Jubilee, somebody has done something which is just absolutely amazing, although it's part of the same old, Now, it is in the best interest of the country called Kenya to really look at our population and to keep our population low, because our population is so huge and still growing so fast, that the resources available in our country are not able to accommodate this population. And our slow pace of development, based on our crazy politics, makes matters worse. But for a very long time, politicians have been going back to their communities and telling them, without batting an eyelid, you people go and give birth. If you want me to land at State House, kwendeni mzae na mzae na mzae. Because according to these politicians, the political clout of a community or a tribe in Kenya is pure numbers. Now we know that kind of politics is rapidly changing in Kenya, and in all likelihood, the next elections will go into, the tribal factor will not be a factor at all, or will be a factor right down the list of factors that are important to win the presidency. But of course, this does not stop politicians like the women's rep for Kiambu. Her name is Gathoni Wamuchomba. Now, those who listen to vernacular radio stations, especially those Kikuyu radio stations, will know that Gathoni Wamuchomba is a celebrity. She has been very popular in the airwaves. She started off at Kameme FM, then later moved to Inoro FM, where she was given 3 times her salary at Kameme in order to move. She was very popular. Her listeners loved her, before she went into politics. Now, this is what Gathoni Wamuchomba is saying, with a straight face. She has advised that Kikuyu men, men in the Kikuyu community, should marry as many wives as possible, even 5. Now, of course, when you marry many women, all those women will want children, So, that man will have very many children. And by extension, the community will have very many children. And within no time, their political clout will grow in the country. Now, this statement from Gathoni has shocked Kenyans. Kenyans they don't know what to say. Of course, being the politician she was, she clothed it in a very nice way. She said it in a very nice way. What she said was that most criminals, don't have a father figure in their lives. So instead of having so many single women, it is better that as many women as possible have a husband, even if they are wife number 5, wife number 6, as long as they have a husband, and then their children will have a father figure in their lives. Very clever, because we know psychologists have told us a father figure is very important, extremely important. In fact, the way a child grows up, the way a person grows up, if you grow up with a single mother, and indeed even if you grow up with a single dad, there are certain things that you're going to fall short. Your character is going to be skewed, and this is hardly surprising because God created us to grow up with a father and a mother. But sin and so-called modern living has changed all that. And now we have a situation whereby there are so many of us who are brought up by single parents. It's not the fault of those who are brought up. It just happens. And so the Kiambu women rep came up with this perfect solution. The rich men must marry as many wives as possible. And she strongly advises our community that there should be an effort made, a very concerted effort, to get men who are able to marry as many women as possible. Indeed, this is better than having a clandestine relationship, mpango wa kando, a secret woman on the side, which many Kenyan men do, by the way. Yeah. So, the way she packaged our whole idea was brilliant. It neatly avoided, the whole the whole motivation here, in that the community needs numbers, in order not to be threatened politically in future. Now, to be honest, many men will support this idea. Yeah, very many men will support this idea. Yeah, have as many wives as possible, have as many women as possible, and let it be acceptable in society. Yeah, because it's not quite acceptable in many parts of Kenya. Yeah, and I'm not talking about rural areas where cultures are still being practiced. Yeah, I'm talking about Kenyans in cities and towns, opinion leaders. Yeah, it's not quite accepted that a man should have more than one wife. One man I know always puts it in the following way. He says this issue of polygamy is nonsense. Yeah, and he gives an example of himself. He says, I have one woman in the house and I can hardly breathe. Yeah, I can hardly sustain that woman. I don't understand her, etc., etc. So you imagine multiplying my headache 4 or 5 times. That is how a man becomes mad. That is his view. Yeah, but I just thought to bring this to your attention because obviously what Gathoni Wamashomba said is definitely going to attract a lot of debate right across the political divide. And I guarantee you it's going to get quite a lot of support right across the political divide. Yeah, indeed, it is also going to get quite a lot of barbs, and opponents and people castigating it right across the political board, especially women. But here is the surprise, and you'll be shocked to hear this, but it's the absolute truth. This thing is going to get many more women supporters than you can imagine. Okay? Anyway, wait to see how they're going to carry out this suggestion by Gathoni Wamashomba, because she was very serious. Yeah, and I'm sure there are many men right across Kenya who are saying, yes, I support this. Yeah, let's wait and see what happens. Yeah, but to be very honest, if you really forced me to give you my view and my opinion, it will create more problems than it will solve, for a very simple reason. Women were born to be loved and admired and adored and fussed over and given attention. Yeah, it is very difficult in our modern living to do that even to one woman. Can anybody do it to 3 or 4, let alone 5 or 6? I don't think so. Until next time, this is Kshs Kumekucha.